When you hear the word alchemy, what comes to mind? Ancient symbols, mysterious laboratories, robed figures trying to turn lead into gold? Well, here's the truth most people never learn. Alchemy was never really about metal, it was about you. At its core, alchemy is the sacred art of soul transmutation, the inner journey of transforming the raw, wounded, unrefined parts of ourselves into wisdom, wholeness, and enlightened consciousness. What ancient alchemists called gold was not just a substance, it was a state of being. So today, we're diving into alchemy as a spiritual, psychological, and emotional process, one that remains just as powerful in modern self-healing and personal growth as it was thousands of years ago. In classical alchemy, lead symbolized the base, heavy aspects of human nature: fear, ignorance, trauma, ego, shame, anger, and unconscious patterns. Gold, on the other hand, represented spiritual illumination, wholeness, authentic selfhood, and unity between the mind, body, and soul. You don't need to destroy the lead. You transform it. This is why alchemy is often described as a spiritual mirror. Everything happening in the alchemist's flask was believed to be happening inside the alchemist's soul. In alchemy imagery, you often see a dragon guarding the treasure. The dragon represents the ego, our defenses, false identities, survival patterns, and shadow selves. The dragon is not evil, it's protective. It transforms to keep us safe. But the alchemist must face it. Spiritual transformation doesn't happen by bypassing pain. It happens by moving through it. In modern terms, the dragon is trauma responses, fear of change, self-sabotage, and the inner critic. To reach gold, you must confront the very thing guarding it. Alchemy unfolds through a series of symbolic stages. While traditions vary, the process consistently mirrors psychological and spiritual growth. Number 1 is calcination, breaking the false self. Calcination is the burning away of illusion. Spiritually, this stage represents ego death, humbling experiences, identity breakdowns, and dark nights of the soul. This is when life burns what no longer serves you: beliefs, attachments, false personas. It often feels uncomfortable and even painful. In psychology, this looks like realizing old coping mechanisms don't work anymore, facing hard truths about yourself, and letting go of what you thought you were. Nothing new can be built until the false foundation is reduced to ash. Number 2, disillusion. Entering the emotional waters. Disillusion is about surrender. After the fire comes the flood. Emotions rise, boundaries soften, and control dissolves. This stage involves grief, vulnerability, emotional release, and deep introspection. Many people resist this phase because it feels like losing stability. But this is where healing truly begins. Psychologically, disillusion mirrors allowing suppressed emotions to surface. Crying, journaling, therapy, shadow work, and learning to feel without judgment. Water teaches us to soften, not harden. Number 3 is separation, discernment, and self-awareness. Here is where alchemists separates what is true from what is false. You begin to ask, what is mine to keep? What beliefs were inherited, conditioned, or imposed? What emotions are authentic and which are protective reactions? This stage is about self-awareness, recognizing patterns without identifying them. In modern self-help, this looks like cognitive reframing, mindfulness, observing thoughts rather than being ruled by them. This is the birth of conscious choice. And then number 4, conjunction, integration of self. Conjunction is sacred union. This is where shadow meets light, masculine meets feminine, and logic meets intuition. You no longer reject parts of yourself, you integrate them. Carl Jung called this process individuation, the integration of conscious and unconscious aspects of the psyche into a unified whole. You are no longer fragmented. Number 5 is fermentation, spiritual awakening. Fermentation represents death and rebirth. Something old dies and something entirely new is born. This is often described as a spiritual awakening, a shift in perception and a sense of meaning beyond ego. In psychology, it is when insight turns into embodied wisdom. And then number 6, which is distillation and coagulation, becoming the gold. Distillation refines awareness. Coagulation grounds it into daily life. This is where spiritual insight becomes emotionally mature, compassion, integrity, and authentic living. Gold isn't perfection, it's presence. Psychological transmutation, turning lead into gold. Alchemy offers a powerful framework for modern emotional healing. Lead emotions, fear, shame, anger, guilt, and self-doubt. Through awareness, compassion, and reflection, these emotions can be transmuted to wisdom, boundaries, self-acceptance, and emotional intelligence. Pain becomes purpose. Wounds become teachers. This is why alchemy is so present in modern therapy, coaching, and spiritual self-help, even when it's not named as such. Alchemy as a living practice, you don't need a lab. You don't need symbols carved in stone. Alchemy happens when you choose awareness over reaction. Sit with discomfort instead of escaping it. Turn the truth to yourself and allow transformation to take time. The philosopher's stone, the mythical substance said to grant enlightenment and immortality, was never external. You are the stone. Alchemy reminds us of a powerful truth. Nothing within you is wasted. Nothing is meaningless. Nothing needs to be discarded, only transformed. Your struggles are not failure. They are invitations. And the gold you seek? It has been forming inside you all along. All right, everyone, that's it for today's video. As always, I hope you found it entertaining, enlightening, or in some way beneficial. If you did, help me out by hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, and sharing the video with a friend or two. All right, everyone, until next time, take care. Peace.